John Cena just got absolutely annihilated. The 17-time champion left bloodied and broken on the canvas while Cody Rhodes stood over him holding his championship. Wrestling vs. Family, I've been covering this business for years, and what happened on Friday night was nothing short of a public execution disguised as a contract signing. You guys, what happened on SmackDown this past Friday night was nothing short of explosive. The contract signing between John Cena and Cody Rhodes for their SummerSlam rematch turned into an absolute war zone, and let me tell you something, the American Nightmare showed us exactly why he deserves to be called the future of this business. But before we get into this madness, let me ask you something, did you see this coming? Drop a comment below and let me know if you predicted Cody would absolutely demolish the so-called leader of SmackDown Nation the way he did. Let's set the stage here. Wrestling vs. Family. John Cena shocked the entire wrestling world at WrestleMania 41 when he turned his back on everything he stood for, went full heel, and defeated Cody Rhodes to capture his record-breaking 17th World Championship. That moment broke the hearts of millions and left the American Nightmare wondering what went wrong. For months, Cena has been parading around as the undisputed WWE Champion, acting like some kind of wrestling god who can do whatever he wants. He's been arrogant, cocky, and downright disrespectful to the roster and the fans who supported him for over 2 decades. This isn't the John Cena we grew up watching, this is a monster wearing Cena's face. But Cody Rhodes? Oh man, Cody has been seething. He won the 2025 King of the Ring tournament, defeating Randy Orton in the final, and has been laser-focused on one thing and one thing only, getting his championship back and exposing John Cena for the fraud he's become. The tension between these two has been building like a pressure cooker ready to explode, and Friday night's SmackDown was supposed to be a simple contract signing for their SummerSlam rematch. Simple? Ha! Nothing involving these two warriors is ever simple. Picture this scene, the SmackDown ring is set up with that classic contract signing table, papers laid out perfectly, cameras positioned for what WWE probably thought would be a standard promotional segment. The crowd in the arena is electric, sensing that something big is about to go down. John Cena's music hits first, and out comes the undisputed champion with that smug expression we've all grown to despise. He's wearing his championship like a crown, strutting down the ramp like he owns the entire company. The boos from the crowd are deafening, but Cena just soaks it all in with this disgusting smile on his face. He grabs the microphone and starts running his mouth about how he's the greatest champion of all time, how he proved at WrestleMania that Cody Rhodes was never championship material, and how SummerSlam is going to be nothing more than a victory lap for him. The disrespect was off the charts. But then, oh man, then we hear that familiar sound. The crowd erupts as Cody Rhodes' theme music blasts through the arena. The American Nightmare emerges from the back, and you can see it in his eyes, this man is on a mission. Cody walks down that ramp with purpose, his eyes locked on Cena like a predator stalking its prey. He slides into the ring, and the temperature in that arena drops 10 degrees from the ice-cold stare he's giving the champion. At first, it seems like it might actually be a civilized contract signing. Both men sit down, the papers are in front of them, and for a brief moment, there's this eerie calm before the storm. Cena starts talking about how this rematch is just a formality, how he's going to embarrass Cody again at SummerSlam. But Cody stays silent. He's just staring at Cena with those eyes that could burn holes through steel. And when he finally speaks, his voice is low, controlled, but filled with so much intensity that you can feel it through your screen. John, Cody says, you think you broke me at WrestleMania? You think turning your back on everything you claim to believe in makes you stronger? You have no idea what you've unleashed. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Cena laughs it off, makes some joke about how Cody sounds like a broken record, and that's when you can see something snap in the American Nightmare's eyes. And then it happens, wrestling vs. family. Out of nowhere, Cody Rhodes absolutely explodes. He launches himself across the table like a man possessed, tackling John Cena with the force of a freight train. The contract papers go flying, the table gets obliterated, and suddenly we've got an all-out war in the middle of that ring. But here's what made this special: this wasn't just a wild brawl. Oh no, this was Cody Rhodes systematically dismantling John Cena piece by piece. Every punch had 15 years of frustration behind it. Every move was calculated to inflict maximum damage and send a message that echoed throughout the entire wrestling world. Cody starts by unleashing a barrage of right hands that have Cena reeling. The so-called leader of Cenation tries to cover up, but Cody is relentless. He backs Cena into the corner and just starts teeing off like he's trying to knock him into next week. Security tries to rush the ring, but Cody is having none of it. He throws off the first wave of officials like they're made of paper. This man is operating on pure adrenaline and years of pent-up aggression. What happens next is what separated this brawl from every other contract signing we've ever seen. Cody Rhodes didn't just want to fight John Cena, he wanted to humiliate him. He wanted to strip away every ounce of that arrogant champion persona and show the world that underneath all that bravado, John Cena is just another man who bleeds like everyone else. Cody grabs Cena by the head and starts driving him face first into the announce table. Once. Twice. 3 times. The crowd is going absolutely insane, chanting, "Cody! Cody! Cody!" at the top of their lungs because they're witnessing something truly special. But the American Nightmare isn't done. Oh no, he's just getting started. He rolls Cena back into the ring and starts setting up for the crossroads right there on the spot. The crowd is on their feet because they know what's coming. Cena tries to fight out of it, tries to use his size advantage, but Cody is operating on a completely different level. The intensity, the focus, the pure determination, it's like watching a man possessed by the spirit of wrestling itself. And then it happens, crossroads. Cody hits it perfectly right in the center of that ring. John Cena, the 17-time world champion, the man who claimed to be untouchable, is laid out flat like yesterday's news. But wrestling vs. family, that's not even the best part. As Cena is down and struggling to catch his breath, Cody Rhodes stands over him and does something that sent chills down every spine in that arena. He picks up the undisputed WWE Championship, Cena's precious title belt, and holds it high above his head. The crowd is losing their minds, the announcers are speechless, and you can see in Cody's eyes that this isn't just about revenge, this is about justice. This is about taking back what was stolen from him and proving to the entire world that the American Nightmare is ready to reclaim his throne. As security finally manages to separate the two warriors, you can see the difference in their body language. John Cena is shaken, disheveled, and for the first time since his heel turn, he looks genuinely worried. Gone is that cocky smile, replaced by the realization that he might have awakened a monster he can't control. But Cody Rhodes? Cody looks like he's finally found peace. Not the kind of peace that comes from resolution, but the peace that comes from knowing you're about to right a wrong that's been eating at your soul for months. The message was crystal clear: SummerSlam isn't going to be a coronation for John Cena. It's going to be a reckoning, and based on what we witnessed on SmackDown, Cena might not be prepared for what's coming his way. Let's talk about what made this brawl so special: wrestling vs. family. This wasn't just two wrestlers fighting, this was storytelling at its absolute finest. Every move, every moment, every expression told the story of a man who's been pushed to his breaking point and is finally fighting back. Cody Rhodes showed us something we rarely see in modern wrestling: genuine emotion that transcends the scripted nature of sports entertainment. When he was throwing those punches, when he was driving Cena's face into that announce table, you could feel 15 years of frustration and determination pouring out of him. And the psychology of it all was incredible. By destroying Cena in that contract signing, Cody didn't just physically dominate his opponent, he planted seeds of doubt in the champion's mind. John Cena walked into that segment thinking he was untouchable, and he walked out knowing that the American Nightmare is coming for blood at SummerSlam. So where does this leave us heading into SummerSlam? Wrestling vs. family, I'm telling you right now, this match just became the most anticipated championship bout of the year. We're not just talking about a wrestling match anymore, we're talking about a blood feud that's going to tear the house down. John Cena thought he could walk through Cody Rhodes again like he did at WrestleMania, but what happened on SmackDown proved that this isn't the same Cody Rhodes who lost that night. This is a man who's been to hell and back, who's learned from his mistakes, and who's ready to do whatever it takes to reclaim his destiny. The question now becomes, can John Cena recover from this psychological warfare? Can he get his head back in the game after being so thoroughly dominated in that contract signing? Or has Cody Rhodes already won the mental battle that might determine the outcome at SummerSlam? Wrestling vs. Family, what did you think of this absolutely insane brawl? Did Cody Rhodes prove that he's ready to dethrone John Cena at SummerSlam? Or do you think this was just a momentary advantage that won't matter when the championship is on the line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your predictions, your reactions, and your theories about what's going to happen when these two warriors finally step into that ring at SummerSlam. And hey, if this video got you as hyped as I am for this championship match, show some love with a like, subscribe to Wrestling vs. CC for more incredible wrestling content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. We've got more incredible content coming your way, including breakdowns of every major storyline heading into SummerSlam, exclusive analysis you won't find anywhere else, and all the wrestling news that matters most to hardcore fans like us. Until next time, Wrestling vs. Family, keep believing in the power of professional wrestling, and remember, sometimes the best stories are the ones that blur the line between reality and entertainment. What we witnessed on SmackDown wasn't just a brawl, it was art in motion, passion unleashed, and the beginning of what might be the greatest championship story of 2025. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, in the wrestling verse, anything can happen, and usually does. Peace out.